Hello students, this video lecture is an initiative taken by Sheikh Vidya Mandir Junior College of Commerce and Science. This video lecture is for 12th standard SP students and this is third video of chapter number 6 correspondence with members. In previous chapter we have also seen in previous lectures we have also seen the precautions to be taken by the secretary while corresponding with members, and we have seen the layout of business letter, the different parts of business letter, and we have seen three letters, that is a letter for issue of share certificate, letter for issue of bonus share, and a query letter resolving a letter in which a secretary was resolving a query of a member, and the query was the low rate of dividend, related to the rate of dividend. Today we will see the letters related to payment of dividend. Here we will see two format, that is a payment made through dividend warrant and payment made through electronic mode. Students, when the company issues share, they by default issue share certificate, but it is on the member that they can convert their share certificate into share warrant. And when the company issues share certificate, they also issues dividend warrant to the holder of the share certificate, which is an acknowledgement that the holder has received a dividend. Okay, so let's begin with the layout part. Okay, payment of dividend through dividend warrant. Again, the name of the company is Anmol Steel Industries Limited. The heading part, the address is given, company identification number is also given, and on the left side phone number, fax number, right side website, email, and then we have reference number and date. The name of the member is Mrs. Jyoti Surti, and her address is also given below the reference number. As you can see, the subject states in simple words that payment of dividend on equity shares. That is, this letter is about dividend. The salutation is dear madam. Okay, I am instructed by the board of directors. In the previous lecture, we have seen I am directed by the board of directors. Now it is I am instructed by the board of directors. As you all know, members are the shareholders, and the secretary is a employee of the company. He is not writing on his own will or his own desire. Okay, so the secretary is instruct. He is given instruction by the board of directors to convey that on 31st annual general meeting held on 20th April 2019, final dividend at rupees 2.4 2.5 per equity share of rupees 10 each has been approved by the members for the year ending 31st March 2019. So in this introduction part, the secretary has given the facts and figures about the meeting, the rate of dividend per share, the decision which is approved by the members in the previous meeting, which was conducted on 31st March 2019. The meeting was conducted on 31st March. Okay, then your company has complied with all statutory provisions. In many of the letters, the secretary writes that the company has followed all the rules and regulations related to the payment of dividend. Section 122 of the Companies Act 2013 relating to the declaration of dividend. Now again we have a tabular information with 7 columns. The first column is register folio number, that is an alphanumeric number A30, and the number of shares held by Mrs. Jyoti, that is members 100, and again distinctive number from 301 to 400. Then we have dividend warrant number. Okay, now Dividend warrant is also a document which, as I said you, it is attached with the letter. As you can see at the bottom part of the letter, you can see ENCL, it is an enclosure. An additional document is attached with the letter, that is dividend warrant. And this dividend warrant, it has the details related to the amount of dividend and the date, signature, stamp, bank details are written on the dividend warrant. The gross dividend, that is the total dividend, is rupees 250. Then the sixth column is income tax deducted, that is TDS, tax deducted at source. Students, whenever the company gives dividend to the members, they actually pay tax before paying them. So, on the same income, government can't deduct tax. It will be like deducting tax two times. Once first time from the company and then from the member. So, when the dividend is issued, sorry, when the dividend is paid, it is already the dividend. Sorry, the tax on the dividend is already paid by the company. That is at flat rate. Then the seventh column is net dividend, that is without a deduction. From gross to net, there was no deduction, so the dividend is rupees 250. Now, the next uh, concluding part, the dividend warrant is attached here with. Please detach the dividend warrant along the perforated line. Okay, now perforated line is a line from where you can tear the letter. Thanking you, your faithfully for Anmol Industries Limited, and the sign of the secretary. Here, the sign of the secretary is not the name of the secretary is not one, so it is not compulsory. As we have seen three letters before, so it's not compulsory that you have to compulsory write a name of the letter. See, in learning these four letters, I just want to give you advice that the main part starts from the subject, that is the fourth part of the letter, from subject till the concluding paragraph. Rest all of the part of the letter you can write same, or you can prepare your pattern and some facts and figures and date and company's name and all. Rest the content related to subject, the circumstances, you have to by heart the and mug up the tabular information, the columns of the tabular information. It is like by hearting one answer, and it is very beneficial. It will give you 5 marks to learn one paragraph. See, you can see the majority of the layout is same, only the difference is the circumstances, the subject. Now the subject is payment of dividend, the content and the body is related to the dividend, and the matters are related to the dividend. The tabular information is based on payment of dividend. And in the previous letters we have seen the body and the part, the content is very based on the circumstances and the subject given in that letter. So it is easy to mug up this paragraph. In all you have around 15 or 14 letters in your portion, and I can say you have 14 letters to learn to by heart, 14 paragraphs to by heart. And out of that 14 paragraphs, out of this 14 paragraphs, you will be asked any two letters at question number 7 in your paper pattern. So it is very easy to get this 5 marks. Yes, you can get 5 on 5 on this letter, but the thing is it should be neat, cleaned, no overwritten and all. We'll further see how to write a letter. First we'll discuss the content of the letter. Now our next letter is again related to the payment of, and it is electronic payment of dividend, that is payment through ECS or NEFT. Okay, interim dividend paid by electronic mode. You can see the layout of the business letter. It's quite big, as the information is also very deep. You can see the banking details are also given. So let's start with the subject. Rest all the part is same. That is name, company's identification number, website, email address, date, phone number, fax, reference number, and the name of the member in this letter, the last letter of this chapter, is Mr. Jayant Modi, and the address is also given below the name. Subject is payment of interim dividend through electronic clearance service, ACS, direct credit, or NEFT. That is, company has made payment through any any member through electronic mode. Let's see the introduction part. We are pleased to inform you that the board of directors of Gurusai Auto Limited, in its meeting held on Thursday, 28th May 2019, has declared interim dividend at the rate rupees 1, that is 10%, per equity share of face value of rupees 10 each. 10% of 10 is rupee 1. So the company has declared interim dividend. Interim dividend is a dividend which is declared between two annual general meetings. Okay. Now, as per the instructions given by you, either in person or through depository participant in bracket, we have remitted the amount of aforesaid, that is the above said amount, interim dividend, to your banker for crediting your bank account. That is, dividend will be payable by electronic transfer. Your company has compiled with all the provisions related to declaration and payment of dividend. See, in the five letters we have seen this line, that is, company has followed the rules and regulations. One more common thing in five letters we have seen that the date related, the reference date is given. Always there is a reference date given related to the meeting or related to the letter, reply letter. Always there is a date in the introduction paragraph and facts and figures. And even the secretary writes that, that means you have to write in answer that your company has compiled with all the provisions relating to, depending on the subject matter or the circumstances. Now, on the tabular information, details of dividend payable to you are given below. Column number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Column number 1 is number of equity shares held on record date, that is on May 31st, 2019. Dividend per share rupees 1. Dividend amount rupees 500. That means they have, you can see 500 shares into rupee 1. So you got the member, that is Mr. Jayant Modi, is receiving rupees 500. Now again, DPID, it is a depository ID number and client ID number. Date of remittance on 6th June. Now the latest return on 3rd June, as you can see above, and the member will receive the amount on 6th June. And so you can see bank account, BOB, Bank of Baroda, for example, and the account number is also given. Please verify the credit of amount is in your passbook or a statement of accounts. As per the provisions of Income Tax 1961, no tax is to be required to be deducted at source respect of dividend payment, as I said you earlier in the previous letter. But dividend distribution tax has been paid by the company. Thanking you, yours faithfully, and here again the name of the secretary is given. Okay, thank you.